Good morning, and welcome to the Big-Data.AI Summit 2021. We are so happy to have you here with us today at this very special occasion. The Big-Data.AI Summit is a very special event to Bitkom, our industry, and the community at large. It is here that we bring together business leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs to present cutting-edge use cases that are transforming our industry across the board. It is here that we discuss the latest developments in the regulatory framework of artificial intelligence. It is also here that we address the very serious societal and ethical questions associated with the rise of AI. Now, over the course of the next 2 days, we have prepared for you a fully packed program that we will present on 2 stages. Let me just share with you some of the highlights of the first day. We will start today at the Harry Sullivan stage with keynotes from Hubertus Heil, the Federal Minister for Labor and Social Affairs, Cedric Nike, board member at Siemens, and Dr. Xu-Fei Yu, the Global Head of AI at SAP. Professor Bernhard Schildkopf, one of the leading AI scientists in the world, will deliver the science keynote. And a little while later, we will talk with Annabel Diaz-Calderon about how AI can help us address some of the sustainability challenges that we face today. Now, there is a very special guest from Cupertino that I would like to welcome very warmly. We are so happy that John Giandria from the senior leadership team at Apple can join us today. He will elaborate on the company's AI strategy and their vision for the future. At the same time, we have technical talks at the Grace Hopper stage. We will discuss MLOps, differential privacy, and edge AI. We will elaborate on concrete use cases where AI is changing the health industry, the insurance industry, and the finance industry. And we will talk about how AI can be leveraged and deployed in the industrial context. Now, there is another highlight that I would like to draw your attention to. And in a few months' time, artificial intelligence will celebrate its 65th birthday. Over the past 6.5 decades, AI has made a remarkable transformation from being the esoteric hobby of few scientists to becoming a mature toolset that is transforming our lives in so many areas for the better. Now, it's my great pleasure to ask our president, Achim Berg, to welcome you all to the Big-Data.AI Summit 2021.
Today and tomorrow, our virtual Bitkom event world is all about big data and AI, and 2 technologies are already shaping our present. 2 technologies that will change the future even more profoundly than most people probably anticipate today. AI is actually a pretty old technology. As Nabil already mentioned in the beginning in the video, AI will celebrate its 65th birthday in a few months. That means that AI is almost 4 times as old as an iPhone and twice as old as a Commodore 64. This is quite impressive. And I remember very well how intensively I dealt with AI and fuzzy logic during my studies. And this is unfortunately ages ago. Therefore, it must be an old technology. But don't be fooled by its age. In the past 10 years, AI has developed faster than the previous 55 years ago. There's 3 reasons for that. The first one is for sure is the accelerating computer power. This is much better than 10, 20 years ago. The second one is availability of the mass data. And the third one is the associated huge boost in the development of algorithms. These are the 3 most important topics. And now we can use advanced AI algorithms on our smartphones. This is something that would have overwhelmed all available computing power or computing capacity 65 years ago. And it does not take much imagination to think that someone will be here in 10 years or 15 years from now and to a similar conclusion regarding development of pace of AI today. Why is this though vital for us? A few minutes ago, we presented a study on AI deployment in the German economy. Our study, which you, by the way, can find on our website, found out that 2/3 of all companies with 20 or more employees are certain about one thing. AI is the most important future technology. And 6 out of 10 see opportunities for their own businesses through AI adoption. But, and this is the downside, just as many indicate that introducing AI is currently not a priority in their own company. Only 8% of German businesses use artificial intelligence. That's not even every 12th company. That's a disaster. If you ask companies which country will be ahead of the curve in developing AI in next 10 years, every second business says the US. And every fifth company believes this is going to be China. But not even 1 in 12 companies sees Germany ahead. And this is not an issue of the tech industry alone. The use of AI will also change core industries in which Germany still has a top position worldwide, such as the automotive or mechanical engineering industry. If you want to strengthen the pillars of the German industry, we must also increase AI adoption. But there's, however, reasons for hope. We see clearly that the debate over AI is gaining momentum. Just 2 years ago, not even 1 in 10 companies discussed using AI in their own business. Now, 30% are doing so. That is to say, it is now 3 times as many as only 2 years ago, on a small number. It's a remarkable pace, but a small number. That means, of course, that companies must step up their efforts. That also requires a regulatory framework to do its bit as well. We need safe and trustworthy AI in Germany and Europe, but we must be careful not to introduce one-size-fits-all regulation that would hinder innovation and slow down the pace of AI deployment. Speeding up AI adoption in business and ensuring that we have the right regulatory framework is not enough. We must take society with us. We have to convince people of the opportunities that artificial intelligence presents. At the same time, we must take their concerns seriously. I firmly believe that a well-informed debate on AI will benefit us greatly as a society. Many of the concerns people have about AI come from AI's portrayal in science fiction movies. We all know them. The idea of all-knowing, omnipresent, and omnipotent AI is fictional. Yet it's at the same time captivating. Real-world AI is kind of boring. It is highly specialized. The driver assistant in a car cannot fill out a tax return, for example, or the voice assistants in a living room cannot analyze X-ray images. And the route planner cannot operate the coffee machine, for sure. Yet this specialization is what makes AI so valuable for us humans. It augments our abilities and frees us to concentrate on what really matters to us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's in our survey, we also asked companies that would specifically help them to advance the use of AI in their own organizations. And only 60% said exchanging ideas and learning about AI use cases that are deployed by other companies would be most helpful. Only 60%, had to be 100%. Every second company would like to learn more about real-world AI applications. And 1 in 4 companies looks forward to exchange with research institutions and universities. Well, if you hold similar views, then you have come to the right place. The Big-Data.AI Summit is all about practical use cases and that addresses real-world problems. I wish us all a successful Big-Data.AI Summit. If there's one thing that I hope you would take away from the Big-Data.AI Summit 2021, is the following. I hope this summit will inspire you to do your part in speeding up AI deployment in your own organization. AI must turn 65 this year, but believe me, its journey has just started. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Achim. That was a very inspiring opening statement. I know you have another interview. You have to rush to your next interview, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would have chatted a bit, but that's fine. Next time then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.